Hello again. So this is a video I'm going to run through 2 rounds of the beginning of the game to show you how the function of the game works. So there's the basic rules. We can have people 8 and up play the game. So it's a lot of fun for family fun. And so how we set up the game is you take the dice, you roll the dice. Now there's colors that match up to the board. So the red one goes on the red one, the green one goes on the green one, and you just move them to their appropriate colors. And when I was a child, I played many multiplayer games all by myself because I had no siblings. So I'm very good at playing all 4 colors. We're going to play a 4-color game to show you how it works. So I'm going to take the blue player first. So the blue kennel is going to go on column 1. The purple one is number 2. The white one is number 5. Notice they're all your colored kennels though. You're just matching it up to the dice for that particular column. And this is how we set up the board game. Yellow 1, black 3, and green 6. So blue is all set up. They are done. Now the next player will roll the dice. Let's say it's red. Match up the dice. That's the fun part. Setting up the board is actually part of the game. It makes it a little fun. You get to see who you're going to be sharing columns with, and see, like blue and red are both in column 1 in the shrub section. So there'll be a little bit of fun there. 2, 5, and a 4. So then we're going to roll for the green. Okay, there we go. Red and green share right there. And red and green also share right there. Oh my, look at that. Red, green, and blue, all in column 1 of the shrubs. And the last color, the yellow one. So matching up the last color. You take the dog kennels. So on the shrub, yellow's all by themselves. These guys get to fight it out. Yellow and red. Yellow and red again. And yellow and blue. Alright, so that is how we set up the board game. The dice are now out of the board game completely. And so the next thing we're going to do is we set up all of our dogs on the kennels. So now you take your little doggies and we set them up all over the board. While I'm setting up this game, let me tell you, I literally dreamed this game up in the middle of the night. I woke up, I ran out to my desk, I drew the board, wrote down the rules, and voila, there was my baby. I built a poor man's prototype, spent about $50 on stuff, took it to my family reunion in Wisconsin, and we play tested it. We play tested and play tested, worked out all the little kinks, and it was very exciting. I had a 9-year-old win a play test, so that's why I feel comfortable saying 8 and up. And then I sat on it for 7 years and did nothing. But now we're moving forward. So after we've done the setup, now you're just going to take your house and you're going to put it in the column, the little wedge closest to you. We'll just separate them randomly right now. So we'll say blue, and we'll say that these are where everybody's starting. But in a regular game, we had 4 players. You would just put it closest to you. So the dice, like I said, they're out of the game. They're done. Now the object of the game is to be the first one to free all of your dogs before anyone else has. In a 4-player game, you need to get all 8. If it was a 5-player game, let me see, I believe you only need 7, so you get to leave 1. And if it's a 6-player game, you only need 6 of the dogs, because it gets harder and harder as the game goes on, as you'll see. So now we're going to say blue is first. It'll just be easy for me to remember. Let's actually do it in alphabetical order. That'll be really easy. So we're going to go blue, green, red, and yellow. So then I'll remember. And this has to be yellow for purposes. Even though the dogs are orange, the kennels are yellow, the house is pink. We're going to say that's the yellow color for purposes of this game. When I get the real production done, everything will match up beautifully. So now every player draws 2 cards from the deck. So this will be blue, this will be green, this will be red, and this will be yellow. So blue has a 9 and a 6, the Rottweiler and the Beagle. So you want to land on a column with your dog. So look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Beautiful. Right out the gate, he's got a dog free. And you put him in your little wedge closest to you. So you play the 6, and when you're down to 1 card, you discard your last card. You don't get to use it. Now you replenish your hand. You draw 2 cards plus 1 for every dog free. You have 1 dog free, so you actually get 3 cards to start the next time. Now green has a number 6 and a number 2. Look at that, also 6 spaces away. Bang, frees his dog, plays the 6, has 1 card left, discards it, draws 2, plus 1 for the freed dog. And red has a 4 and a 5. And wow, red can go to the 5 over here or the 4 over here. So red can pick up either one of those 2 dogs. Now the trick is, when you have the dogs sharing the column with another dog, say yellow comes around here and lands here, then the red one will get recaptured and go back to the kennel. So it's always best to free the dogs that are all by themselves if you can. That's it gets a little more challenging. So green is way over here. So it would probably be safer to go to this one, because it'll take green a while to get over there to capture that dog. So you're going to play the 4, discard the 5, and draw 2 cards plus 1. Now, the last one, yellow, pink, orange, whatever that color is. 6 and a 4. And 6 and 4, and 6 and 4. Wow, so yellow's going to be the only one that doesn't get a dog to begin with. So here's the thing, there's more 1s and 2s in the deck than any other card. So let's go over here, play the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're only 1 space away, so hopefully we're going to draw a 1 with our next hand. All right, and that is round 1 in the... All right, so we're skipping ahead. We played the first couple rounds, and now we're pretty deep into the game. And green already has 7 of their 8 dogs free. There's only 1 left to get. But it is on one of those, you know, where there's 3 different dogs and only 1 can be free. And so we're starting with blue. Blue just got a fresh hand. They had 6 dogs free plus their 2, so they got a big hand. They got 8 cards, 6 plus their 2. So blue over here is only 2 spaces away from one of his dogs, and look at that, we got a 2, the poodle. 1, 2, and now they have 6 free again. They had 6 free until red landed here, and then recaptured 1, and red freed the round. So he just got back to where he was. Now green needs 1 last dog, and it is 7 spaces away. I don't know if I remember telling you, but all the numbers to the next number is 7 spaces. So we do have cards that are 7, 14, and 28. So the 7 will go from this one to this one, the 14 will go from that one to this one, the 28 will go from that one to that one. Makes it easy. Keeps the game moving quick. This game does move very quick. It's a 30 to 45 minute game every time we play. So it's a fun, fast moving game that you won't have to be afraid of getting involved in, and 5 hours later you're still going, please somebody win. Nope, not that kind of game. So 7 spaces in our hand. I don't know if you can see that clearly, but 2 3s, 3 3s, a 4, and a 28. Well, 3 and 4 equals 7. So we need to head over there. Let's play the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now notice we land onto this column. It has a yellow kennel and a blue kennel. Now you do not capture the dogs if you do not have a color there. So this just stays the way that it was. There's no capturing dogs unless you have your own color there. You'll free yours and then recapture the others. Unless, of course, you were to have played a kennel card. That would now have recaptured any dog that had been rescued from there already. But that wasn't the case. So green is done. Red's turn. Red is getting crushed in this game. We kind of knew that was going to happen. If you take a look at Red's board, Red was conflicted with yellow, with green, and with green and blue. So it was pretty hard for Red to win this game because anytime they start to get any momentum, someone would recapture one of their dogs. The best strategy in this game is to free all of the singles first, because the only time they're going to get recaptured, since there's no duplicate colors, is if somebody landed there with a kennel card. And there aren't very many kennel cards. There's only 10 in the deck of 138. So they're pretty rare. So you could just kind of tell that Red was not going to do well, and that has been the case. But you know, they're a trooper. They're playing just to play and have fun. They're 7 spaces away from this dog over here. So we got 1s and 3s and 5s. Oh my, nothing adds up to 7. Oh wait, there we go. 2 3s and a 1. So that's what we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to go 3 3 1. So play the 3. 1 2 3. Doesn't matter. He's just playing to have fun at this point. Now, this is a very unusual hand. Yellow is finishing with 2 14s and a 28. Oh my goodness. No small cards. And they're right next to this one, which doesn't help them. And they only need 2. This one and this one. So if they go to the 14, that'll put them at this 2. But then they got a 14 and a 28 left. So you know what? Why don't we go 28 from this 2 to this 2. And then we can play the 14 to get closer to that one, and hopefully we'll draw some smaller cards for the next time. Back to blue. Blue, way over here is blue, and they got 2 dogs left, and they're over here. So he needs some big cards. 28 is awfully big, so let's play it. 28 takes you to the other side of the board, from this 3 to this 3. Now we're in the hunt for that one right there. But it is all irrelevant because green... 1 2 3. Bam! Freeze their dog. That is their final dog, and there are not an equal amount of turns in this game. Somebody goes out, that's it. Game is over. So this is the basic version of the game. This is the game that is family friendly, 8 and up can play. You know, obviously if the 8-year-old was the red dog, then they might not have much fun. So, you know, you can kind of tweak it if you want to, just to make it fun for the family. However, I do have advanced rules for a group of older players that are really awesome. And I'm going to put that in the next video. So thanks for watching, and check out the advanced rules video.